We are absolutely on fire at the minute. Loving it.
By this lake standards, we'd hit a golden patch, and this weather is definitely a factor. These low pressure, overcast and windy conditions are perfect and increase the water's oxygen levels, resulting in more active and hungry carp.
I love fishing these zigs. Such a good method. The worrying thing about playing them in here is that there is literally no small fish in here at all. So whatever you've got on the end is going to be pretty substantial. That is a solid old mirror. That's a nice fish, that is. Go on, mate. You are a kipper. It's in the net. Whoa. That is a nice fish. Look at that.
What we've caught so far is way beyond our expectations, and by the look of this carp, it was bigger than what we had landed so far. Could we have hit our target already of 50 pounds?
That's heavy. That is 47 pounds, 4 ounces of huge Dutch mirror carp. Carp fishing doesn't get much better than this. We're already edging closer to our 50-pound target. This one, 47 pound, 4 ounces. Oh, I'm so happy with that. Look at him. What a bruiser that is. Thank you very much, old boy.
What an absolutely awesome start. Can't believe it. Just so early in the day to be happening like this. So you start to now, you start to think big things are possible.
We had arrived at one of Europe's rising commercial carp lakes, and after deciding swims and setting ourselves a target of catching a 50-pounder, Dovey and I started the session with a bang.
I did not expect that.
Catching lots of big carp on zigs, with Dovey nearly hitting our target already, catching a 47-pound brute.
Oh, I'm so happy with that. Look at him. What a bruiser that is.
After winning first choice of swims, Spooner had yet to join in on the action, and rather than be a spectator, he decided to put a zig out as well.
If you can't beat them, join them. Well, that has paid off, because with Tom's and Ali's information of fishing 11 foot under the surface, I've just had my first bite on the adjustable zig.
This technique can be absolutely devastating, and by sharing the depths we are catching at, it has been invaluable.
Yes!
At 37 pounds, this carp was not the monster we were after, but it was a very rare and sought-after zip linear, named after its single row of scales.
Have a look at that. What a creature.
While these carp are beautiful and the average size being very impressive with nothing under 30 pounds so far, this is an achievement. But with these conditions and the rate we are catching compared to the norm, we had to keep our work rate up if we are to capitalise on this good spell. While fishing adjustable zigs, it is very rare to get screamers, so one bleep is often all you need.
Sometimes you do worry that if a lot of the shoal of fish are getting caught in a certain area, that they start to back off, but they don't seem to have at all today. All of these fish have been caught in a very similar zone out there, probably 40 yards off of that like inflatable aerator thing in the middle, all just towards it or just off to the left. If I put it anywhere else, I don't get a bite. So there's obviously an area out there that they like, and I'm just presenting the bait exactly where they live.
These conditions are biblical, and if there was a time to catch our target, it was surely now.
Whoa! What's going on with this weather? Here he is. That is not a small fish. Good boy. Yes. It's quite a good one, that.
This one looked big, but will it tip the scales to our team target of a 50-pound plus carp?
That is 50 pounds, 4 ounces. Yes! Target achieved. I can't believe today. Yes! You wait till you see this fish as well. It is absolutely unreal. Look at that. 50 pounds, 4 ounces, and that means our target's achieved already. Where is there to go from here, I'm not sure, but that is an absolute cracker and a very fitting way to end the first day. They've got bigger and bigger and bigger, and the day's just got better and better. Thank you very much. Do you know what, as a carp angler, you always wish for days like them. You sit all the way through the winter hoping for these lovely days where you get beautiful weather, you catch loads of big fish, and you finish it with a 50 pounds, 4 ounce mirror. I couldn't be happier right now. Nice dance, mate.
Word has got back to me and the old man from Del Monte.
Someone's got a big un.
We need a new target, lads.
Well, how about this, right? 50 pounder, we said. There's
Yeah.
10 fish in here, over 25 kilos.
Which is what, in mathematical world?
55 pound?
Yeah?
10 fish in here. What you hammering that wing?
Don't let me shoot, got the camera, man.
There's literally nothing on it.
It's a bit dry down here.
Oh, well
Let's let him lift his fish,
Come
because
on
that
then,
looks
mate.
like a banger.
Have a word with yourself. Look at that. Go on, boy. I like this lake.
We knew this lake had a stock of about 270 carp, and with 30 of them being over that 50-pound barrier, we knew it was an achievable target, but a tricky one. Didn't expect Dovey to do it on the first day, though. Of course he did. The following morning, the lake was quiet with nothing caught during the night. While myself and Dovey had been very busy the previous day, Ali's swimming comparison had gone dead. So out in the boat, Ali decided to start fishing his spots on the bar that he'd been pre-baiting now for 2 days.
Right, that's one bottom bait rod out. That's 48 hours in the plan, really, so only time will tell whether it's a good idea or not to leave the spot vacant for that amount of time.
But it was over in Dovey's swim where the action was taking place, and by the looks of it, the carp had picked up his other line.
We're gonna have to go in a boat. This is aggro. Ah, that's better.
And just like that, the carp was netted.
Oh, lift it up, that's it, good man. That is an absolute belter, that fish.
This is yet another reminder of how unique and amazing these carp are. At just under 33 pounds, it's probably one of our smallest, but when they look like that, size doesn't matter.
Whoa. Everything you want in a carp, that is. Huge scales and fought like a madman.
Our run of good fortune continued, as I was busy now catching carp off my baited spot.
33.6.
The carp were now feeding confidently, and another slipped into my net.
Yes!
This one a little bigger at just under 35 pounds. Frustratingly, it was another below the lake's 40-pound average. But the bites were now coming, and a big un was surely not far away. Over in Ali's swim, though, it was a different story.
Well, Spooner is playing one, but it is literally now 24 hours since my last bite. And to be honest with you, that feels like an eternity. When you're watching other people catch as well, it's mad, even on just this shape of lake, fish can just drift off and you can feel like you're a million miles from a bite. So you've got to stay patient.
It's a beautiful morning, this, and a lovely cup of tea, but it's just missing something. Ah, stroopwafel. Dankjewel.
After teas, coffees and waffles were consumed, it was back to the task in question, catching that monster carp. But not for me, it was Spooner that was into the first of the day.
This is it. This is the 40-pounder.
Spooner's got one on over there, which is quite nice to see because it's been a very quiet morning. And do you know what? I think I'm going to go and help him land it. You all right, mate? Oh.
Mate, you don't know how good that timing is. Can you grab that net for us?
By the looks of this one, it's not going to break any targets.
I was hoping for a 40 to up my average. I've not caught a 20 to lower it, have I?
Yeah, you might have, actually. Well, there's loads of 40s around my side.
Surprisingly, it was actually another 30. £35 to be exact. But it's more than Ali's catching, so we thought he'd appreciate a call.
You all right, mate? Oh, that's a shock.
Oh, look, look, just in time. The storm's coming through. I'm actually watching
A shower coming up. Oh, yeah? That's what it looks like, mate. What's one of them, mate? Oh, I can't believe this. You taking the Michael? Look at this. Oh.
I bet it's not raining over in your...
Where is it? I bet it's
We've
not
been
even
mean.
raining
This
there,
is
it?
total karma.
What are the chances?
I'm going to leave you.
Listen, look at this, shall we? This was never meant to happen. We phoned him up on a wind-up and it is massively backfired. 35.6. I'm going to get him back.
Unlucky.
The rainstorm soon passed and Spoons was back out in the boat resetting his rod, hoping the carp was still in the area. And sure enough, they were, but they were proving to be a little tricky.
Well, my first bite on the middle rod. I can only... No!
I'm a big believer in karma, and I think Spoons
No!
is on the wrong end of it. It was back in the boat for another chance, but...
It's just come off.
And it doesn't look like his luck is changing anytime soon.
I think I might have been cut off. I really don't know what's happened yet.
Whatever bad luck Spoons is having, mine seems to be worse, so I've decided to change my hook bait to a Brazil nut soaked in white almond goo. Hopefully that will do the trick.
I was also having a slow day, so decided to fish one of my rods to my right on the bar that I'd been slowly baiting since the start.
After the tactical changes and subtle tweaks, we hoped our fortunes would soon change. Will Ali get another bite? Will Dovey break the £55 barrier? And will I ever land a fish again? It was late into the evening and Ali still had not had a bite for over 48 hours and was clearly starting to lose the plot.
Hello, is that the Tom Dove Carp Whisperer helpline? Yes, yes. Yes, I'm struggling. Yes. Yes. Yes, it's been more than 48 hours since I last caught a carp. Could you... Oh, that would be great. Oh, yes. That would be absolutely amazing if he could come round. What, he'll actually come to my swim? Yes! Yes, well, anything's possible now.
There was only one thing you can do in a situation like this. Al, I'll be right there.
Like, Tom Dove hasn't come to visit me all day. I've not had a bite, for this would have been the end of 2 full days. Tom comes in my swim. It's nearly bedtime, just for a little brew. And I've had a bite. Tom, come here. So I think they've smelt him and realised he's here, and he's hoodwinked.
It was the confidence I was giving you. That's what it was. It was the positive mental attitude I bring.
This stroke of spooky luck is just what we needed as a team to lift our spirits.
Tom Dove, bringer of...
PMA.
Tom Dove, bringer of luck, bringer of carp. If you need carp, bring him into your swim. Call the Dove team. Yeah! Call the Dove team. Cheers, Mocko.
That's crazy.
Another lump to add to our collection, and this one was not just the one that broke his barren spell, but it was his first 40 of the trip.
Big old boy.
Is the result.
Well done, mate. Very well done.
Not quite an actual full lever, but it's, again, very, very close to being one. Didn't expect this at all, but when the Carp Whisperer walks into your swim, anything is possible. Thank you. You've been amazing. Yes, I will answer the survey after the call. Thank you. Oh, of course, no one ever answers the survey, do they?
Our trip to Holland was off to a flyer, catching our target 50-pounder in less than 24 hours.
Look at that.
Confidence was running high and we're all now gunning for the new 55-pound target, but after the frantic start, the fishing had slowed and a run of bad luck had struck.
No!
With only a few days left, it was another quiet start to the day, and after Dovey had missed his usual morning bite time again, he went to investigate his zigs.
Just found out something that really isn't good. I popped up one of my zigs to redo it and just go out and have a look, and it had been out there an hour and a half, and the dissolvable foam that I put around the hook, just to make sure that nothing tangles up on the way down, was still on the hook. Normally in warm water, that'll go within like a minute, if that. That's a disaster. That's some wasted time there.
Dovey wasn't the only one with problems. Over in Spooner's swim, he was trying to end his run of bad luck.
That is a bream.
Our morale was low. Our ambitious target seemed out of reach and the heavens had opened again. So I thought, what could really lift our spirits? A barbecue in the rain.
They said the summer in Holland's lovely. Wait, is this current mood, though?
This is current mode. I've got to be honest. If the sun was out now, it'd spoil it.
It'd be way too idyllic. But this, on a serious note, this weather sort of does sum up. It changes all the time, and it pretty much sums up our trip here so far, doesn't it? Like,
yeah.
That was the most outrageous start.
It was a joke.
And then, what do you think? What do you, honestly, like, what's your predictions for the rest of the trip?
I think we're going to have another 10 bites between us.
I don't... Do you really think so?
Yeah. That's strong.
Yeah, you're going to get most
So what's
of them.
that, 9 between you and Neil? Yeah, 9 between you and Neil, and I might nick one.
It's actually really hard to tell because I don't know how much that foam nightmare has
How many
hindered
days
my
have you been
fishing.
like that?
2 days.
For the last 2 days,
For the
yeah.
last 2 days, yeah.
They're like... That's gonna go.
Yeah, I keep thinking...
Gonna go.
I keep thinking, that is looking good. I'm going to get one any minute. Nothing.
What a feeling.
Does no one else think this is ridiculous?
Yeah, it's a joke.
It was time to abandon ship. Even us Brits can only take a certain amount of rain. Typically, it dried up quickly and it was back to our swims, readying ourselves for the night ahead. And as the sun dips, our fortunes look like they may be in for a change.
First bite off the bottom, that is so satisfying. With the help of Kuss as well, who, well, I had this rod here last night, but having the owner of the lake come out with you and just say, yep, that's in the right spot, and a little tweak of hook bait. There we go.
This was a great lift for everyone, and even though it wasn't our target 55-pounder, at just over 38 pounds, it was another very welcome carp.
This is a real character. 38 pounds, 2 ounces, but more importantly, the first bite I've had on a bottom bait rod, so that is so encouraging. And still a few nights to go.
The latter part of this trip has been nothing short of brutal. For me in particular, I've probably lost 4 or 5 carp on the spin now without putting one on the bank. And then to add insult to injury, I've been up all night catching bream. I really feel like this lake's got to pay me back, but it's got to happen soon. We have not got long left.
Our troubles were slowly starting to sort themselves out, and since ditching the dodgy PVA foam, Dovey was back catching again.
It's that hook hang right on the top lip there. That's an unusual place to hook them. Come on. Yes.
This carp may be one of his smallest captures yet, but one of his most important.
Back in business.
This just left Spoons to break his karma curse, and with the carp back on his spot, could this be his chance?
Never, ever felt this nervous playing fish. Normally it's sort of second nature, but after the last couple of days where nothing has gone right, it just feels like everything's going to fall off, and it's a horrible feeling. It's actually on a change of presentation. I've gone back to that solid bag, just so that the hook bait has got a real confined bit of bait around it. Oh,
come off then. It's a carp. Oh, it doesn't look like a bad fish. This might be my 40-pounder. Normally, when I've first seen the fish, they've all looked quite small deep down. This didn't. The others have all grown as they've come up. If this carries on growing, it could be massive. It's a lovely carp, got a lovely patch of scales on its back. Blessed relief.
Could this be the 40-pounder Spoons was so desperately after? It sure looked big enough.
Moment of truth. Oh, it's getting big. Oh, it is. Yes, mate.
Yeah. Hang on, I still ain't caught me 40.
51.2.
We're so cool.
Well done, mate. That's an absolute touch.
That is a touch. Carp fishing can be quite amazing sometimes. I've spent a long time in absolute agony, but very quickly that turns to ecstasy.
To achieve our target of a 50-pounder not once, but twice in a week was better than we could have imagined.
It's been a grueler, mate, but when you put a 50-pounder on the bank, you do forget a lot very quickly. I still want me 40, though.
What a mad-looking fish. It's literally got nothing on this side either. I'm sure I've seen this in the pictures, one of this fish, because it's rare to catch a fish this big that looks like that. You've got to be buzzing.
Yeah, mate.
Lovely.
Oh. When we came here, we set ourselves a team target to catch a 50-pounder. Dovey being Dovey, did it on pretty much the first 4 days fishing standard. It's always nice to join that club, though, and get one. If Al can finish it off and have one himself, perfect trip yet again.
After the hoodoo bad luck had ended and our trip was now concluding, the carp gods returned and graced us with a selection of beautiful carp this lake is so renowned for. And as we head into the final night, Ali managed to land the same carp I caught right at the start.
Have we enjoyed ourselves?
Mega, mate.
You always enjoy yourself.
It doesn't really matter when I'm getting bites. I really enjoy it.
Dovey was also back in action, catching a significant carp.
That's a chunk of a fish, 40 pounds, 4 ounces. I didn't want to leave here without catching one off the bottom. He's lovely.
It was our last morning, and while we set about packing the gear down, Ali had one last surprise.
I wasn't expecting that. I thought that was my chance gone. Just packing up, 7 in the morning, ready for a nice leave back to Blighty.
This is his biggest carp so far, weighing 47.5 pounds. What a way to cap off a brilliant trip.
You know what? We may not have hit our greedy 55-pound target, but we have far surpassed our expectations of what we thought we'd catch. Our total now was 37 carp, made up of 3 20s, 23 30s, 9 40s, and smashing our original target of a 50-pounder not once, but twice.
It's been a very successful week for us, but in reality, there's been some massive highs and lows, losses, and some minor mistakes, actually. Tobe, can you just chuck that in the bin for us, please?
I think I can.
Thanks, mate.
I've been really bad. We were told strictly rods in at 8:30, and it's 9 o'clock. I've got one rod out, and it's just gone off. Oh dear. It's 52 too. Well, I'm in loads of trouble with everybody, but at 52 too, I can deal with that.